Hey guys and girls, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Orphan Car Garage. My name is John, located in Massachusetts in the town of Abington. It's about 30 minutes or so south of Boston. We pride ourselves on providing some real cool, offbeat, sometimes different classic cars that are very affordable. This car is exactly that. Here we're profiling for you today a 1976 Cadillac Sedan DeVille. This is a really cool car. We're helping a local collector downsize his collection. This is the first of the two cars we're going to profile for you. The next one's a really cool one too. It's a 1966 Oldsmobile Tornado that's currently being readied for display. I'm looking forward to profiling that because I've always loved that car. But back to the story at hand, he also had this 1976 DeVille. This is a really cool car, painted in Calumet cream, I believe you pronounce it. I'm probably destroying the pronunciation of that word, and I'll surely be corrected for it down below. But it is the original color of this car. I do believe it had one decent repaint in its lifetime, but very well done, very presentable, very turnkey car. Over the past 2 or 3 years, the gentleman got a little sickly and the car was really not used at all. So over the past 2 or 3 years, this car sat idle, and for the past year or so it sat idle outside, which is never a good thing. He lost his indoor storage for it about a year, maybe 2 years ago. He's not quite sure on the dates, and it was left outside under a couple layers of car covers, which really helped it, but certainly some decline happened over those last 2 years. I remember this car, well, 4 or 5 years ago. I used to rent a garage right next to him, and this car was really a showpiece then. Sadly, being left outside, it doesn't take long for these things to start to decline, and this thing did start to decline, but I believe we've saved it from the ultimate brink of disaster here. And as you can see, it's turned out pretty well. This car is the last year of this generation, the big 20-foot long Caddies. 1977 saw the downsizing of these cars. So this was the last of this generation. It lasted from 1971 to 1976. Again, Calumet cream is the color of this car, with a really cool vinyl roof that appears to be original. Going around the car, there's not a whole lot to point out to you. This car was basically just cleaned for pictures and videos. This paint could be brought back another notch with a buffing wheel and some elbow grease. But as you can see along the trim where things started to deteriorate, it's minor. I would just touch it up, to be honest with you. This is just a really nice driver, entry-level car for someone. But as you can see, the things that start to happen with cars when they're left outside, even under covers. So although it's minor, I need to point it out to you guys. A little bit more here. As you can see, those cool fiber optic indicators there on the front fenders the Cadillac was so well known for. Chrome is in really good shape, really nice shape. There's no dents. The Nerf rub strips are a little faded over time to a gray. I assume those were black when they were new. I don't imagine that's very uncommon for a car of this age, Cadillac of this age. Nice bezels and a nice grille. The factory emblem is here, and then someone, of course, added a hood ornament. That is not correct. People loved to add hood ornaments to these. It was very easily done. The factory just did this after a certain year, and I don't know what year it was, and this just would have come to a head without an ornament. Someone added an ornament. Extremely common to see, a little redundant, but I wanted to point it out to you. It is there. Tires on this car are a little bit old. I think the date on them, let me see if I can find it now that it's escaped me. The DOT number. Yeah. Of course, when you're looking for it, you can't find it. I can't find it without better glasses on, but we're going to assume those tires are pretty old, probably at least 10 years old. They hold air, they go down the road, but you probably want to maybe put a set of tires on this car if you're going to drive it more regularly. I believe this molding is factory. If it's not factory, it's dealer installed. Fender skirts. Now the vinyl roof is original, that original grain. This is sort of a light dark tan color. Just some very, very minor right here. I've seen them far, far worse. This is all nice through here, which is uncommon. A lot of these, especially when they're left outside, moisture gets under there, debris from the trees gets under there, and this all rots out. I had one here about a year ago and it was in pretty bad shape under here. This one is 100% better than that one was, but still not perfect, as you can see. All the way across the back is the same. Now what's happened, and this is from being left outside even undercover, the vinyl roof is stained. Now we know what that stain is. I'm assuming that's surface rust below the vinyl. There is no rot that I can feel under here, and there's no stains in the headliner at all. The original headliner is in 100% good condition. But obviously moisture got under this from being outside, under a cover, and the roof has created some surface rust on it, which has now bled through to the vinyl roof. That's the biggest problem this car has. This car definitely deserves to have this stripped, have the roof treated, primed, whatever, and reskinned with a new vinyl top. This car deserves that investment. This is a beautiful car otherwise. That's its biggest detriment. Not the end of the world, not as expensive to do as you might think, and it would make a huge difference on this car. This is not at a point of no return, not even close. I've had a couple guys look at it and kind of scoff and say, that's no big deal at all. I wouldn't say it's no big deal. It's definitely a deal. You got to do it. You got to strip it. You got to fix the roof, prime it, sand it, reskin it, but still probably cheaper than replacing a convertible top on a convertible. That I wanted to show you. That's probably the biggest detriment on this car. It's unfortunate. Paint scraped off here, down to bare metal, and we've got some very, very minor surface rust that I could almost scrape off with my finger. Top of the deck lid has some delamination on the paint. I believe the gentleman had, I know, he had a spare tire here on top of the cover to hold it from being blown off. And I think the spare tire on top of the cover did this. Again, it's unfortunate. I can't explain why people do what they do. Some people get into situations that are difficult situations and do what they need to do, I guess. But again, this car has definitely been saved with the help of us. It could have been a lot worse. This car actually isn't bad at all, especially when you guys see the interior. You're not going to believe the condition of the interior. I couldn't. These cars have a really cool hardtop design, so when all these windows are down, you've got no pillar there. I left the windows up intentionally because I want to show you the operation of the windows. They work beautifully. I'm going to open the door now, and this blew me away, especially for a car that spent maybe 2 years outside. Look at the door panels. They're like brand new. And this required very little cleaning. No evidence of any rodents got into this car. I don't know how he was able to prevent it, but he did. There's no evidence any rodents got into this car. No foul smells at all. This door panel, like the other three, are like brand new. I can't get over the condition of these panels. This car obviously had been garaged its entire life up until the time I just mentioned. The original door sills are in nice shape. The door pillars, you can see where it was sprayed, repainted. It was probably painted in the 80s or 90s or something. Look at the seats. This has a cloth interior, which is sort of uncommon on these cars. Most of these had leather, and it's in really, really good shape. Some minor pulling here on the seams, but nothing separated. There's no seam separation at all. This is the 60/40 split seat with a power seat that works. The front tilt goes up and down. The back tilt, I believe, does not work. The back tilt does not work. It clicks, but doesn't go up. But forward and back work. Front tilt works. Passenger seat, while I'm thinking of it, is manually controlled. The passenger seat is not power. Look at the steering wheel of this car. Just one crack right here. Very typical on these cars, but the insert, which is very typical to just disappear, is almost perfect. This wood grain inlay. Beautiful condition, as is the horn pad. The dashboard. No cracks in the dashboard at all. It's like brand new up there. 87,923 miles, and that is original miles backed up on our clean Massachusetts title. The carpeting, nothing, no stains, nothing. The original pedals with the chrome trim. Everything inside this car is equivalent to like a 2 or 3 year old car. The door panel over there is just as nice as the driver's side. The back seat door panel, the carpeting back there. Again, the headliner is perfect. There's no stains, no rips, and the back shelf is the same way. I'm going to open that back door. When I start the car, I will run the windows, and the power door locks work as well. I think one of them gets a little lazy. I think that one back there, the right rear, gets a little lazy sometimes, but the other 3 work to perfection. The car still has its original factory AM/FM stereo with 8-track, but it does not work. The antenna works, but the radio does not work. I can't get any sound out of it. And while we're on the subject, and again, the price will reflect all this, the car does, of course, have automatic climate control, but the most recent owner removed the AC compressor. He said it had seized up and he was going to replace it and never got around to it. So we've got some lines under there that go to nowhere. There's just a void where the AC compressor goes. It's a typical A6 AC compressor. They're about $350 online. But yes, I realize that's an expense. Everybody wants the AC to work in these cars. I don't blame them. This car needs an AC compressor. No doubt about it. Let me open the trunk. The power release works beautifully. As it does all the interior lights. Telescopic steering wheel. Tilt steering wheel, cruise control. Did not test the cruise control. Inside of the trunk is just as clean as the inside of the car. Passenger compartment. We've got the original rear floor mats here, but the front ones are missing. The accessory mat here inside the trunk is like brand new, as is the trunk carpeting. The original jack is located under there. Just really, 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 really clean. Again, no evidence of any critters getting in this car of its couple of years of being outside, which is quite amazing. He must have done something to keep them out. Nice troughs, no rust in there. Deck lid, original stickers. I thought it funny you could get looked like a compact spare on this car. This car has a full-size spare and it's not the original. It's a replacement. It looks like it's in okay shape. Get you to the next exit. And it has a power pull down, of course, which does operate. So you just lightly press down on the, and there it goes. Latches right into place. Here's a touch up here where some of that paint came off, just like over there, that needs to be touched up. I wouldn't restore this car, I would just bring it up another level. Replace that vinyl roof. Under the hood, we've got a 500 cubic inch V8. Last year for the 500, 1976. This car smells like brand new inside. I just cannot get over it. Got that litter container under there, which I believe by 76 may have been standard equipment. I've already demonstrated the power seat and the power locks. We're going to do the windows now. I'm going to start it up. Runs beautifully. So you've got back, right rear, right front, left rear, and then this one works fine as well. It'll help if I unlock the door. I locked myself in. I'm trying to think if there's anything in here that I forgot. I don't believe so. All the dome lights work, courtesy lights. Now, for a car that sat unused for so many years, I mean, even before it went outside, it was used very little while it was in the garage. It runs really good. Help if I release the hood. It runs very well. Does it need a little bit of love? I think so. Maybe a little tune-up, some carburetor adjustment. Under load, the carburetor seems to bog down a little bit, so I don't know if the accelerator pump in the carburetor is doing its job completely. It's got a quadrajet on it. And a heavy hood. There you go. Everything's pretty much as you'd expect, minus the missing AC compressor. The lines have been blocked off, and it's just waiting for a new compressor. But as you can see, it runs really good. The battery is from 2020, but it never fails to start the car. I don't know how old the oil is, but it's up to snuff. I would want to change that. We're selling this car just as it is for the owner, and we've priced it accordingly. With a little bit of love and not a whole lot of money, this car could really be brought up a few more notches. Again, all I did was wash this car with some good soap and water. A buffing on this car, or two-step buffing, like a paint correction on this car, would do absolute wonders. And all I would do is touch up these little areas. Fillers are all in good shape, uncommon to see. Even this one, a lot of times this one is deteriorated. It's in decent shape. Nice fillers all back here. A lot of times those are even missing. No smoke coming out of the exhaust. Again, that's unfortunate, but can be fixed. Just a beautiful interior. I cannot get over this interior. Immaculate. Look at that rear shelf. It's perfect. So there you have it. Another affordable classic from Orphan Car Garage here in Abington, Massachusetts. This 1976 Last of the Mohegans, full-size Cadillac Sedan DeVille. It looks so cool with all the windows down and no pillars. I just love it. Orphan Car Garage pricing on this Cadillac, just $6,900. $6,900. How could you ever go wrong? You can't buy a 10-year-old Corolla for that. I mean, this is just an amazing piece of American history right before our eyes for $6,900. Give me a call. Check out our website. There's about 110 pictures of this car on my website. The undercarriage, by the way, is extremely clean. I have pictures of that as well. This is a really nice car that needs to be just brought up a little bit. Use this price and this car to your advantage. You can actually probably make some money with it. 508-954-8090, orphancargarage.com. Like and subscribe to us here on YouTube. I've got another really cool affordable classic from the same collection coming up within the next week or so. It's a 1966 Oldsmobile Toronado. I just love those cars and I can't wait to profile it for you. But in the meantime, help me sell this beautiful 1976 DeVille, just $6,900. Cannot go wrong. Give me a call. And until the next one, we'll see you down the road.